Good evening, everybody. Happy Sunday. We are back from vacation. Welcome to the Sunday evening live stream. This is Michael. This is the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel, and this is Delta 972, service from DCA to Atlanta in the Boeing 737-800. We're currently boarding passengers in DCA, and baggage has already been uploaded. Let's go ahead and close the cargo doors. And confirmed cargo doors are closed. About ready to tune over to DC Center, who will be giving us our clearance. They're over on 133.72.
Is that for 3406? Yes, Southwest 3406, descend via the troops for arrival. Expect the river visual runway 19 approach and the watch now center 2988.
So we should be...
Descend via the arrival and expect the river visual 2988, Southwest 3406.
So we'll be departing runway 19 this afternoon, and it's going to be the Clutch 3 RNAV departure. And once we get into the Atlanta area, it'll be the Aussie 1 RNAV arrival, and runway 26 right should be our runway. Weather has been a little sketchy in Atlanta most of the day. They've had a couple of ops switches, so...
At the 526 Watch Center, squawk 3574.
Right now it is currently west ops, but it's been changing back and forth today, so we'll see once we get down. Let's go ahead and call up to DC and get our clearance as we continue to load up our passengers.
Washington Center, November 759, November Delta, exit descend 3000, cancel IFR.
November 759, November Delta, IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR, freak change advisor proof. You have a nice flight.
Roger, Squawk VFR over to Unicom. Have a good day, sir. See ya.
Washington Center, good evening. Delta 972 at DCA Gate 14, looking to pick up our IFR clearance to Atlanta.
Delta 972, Washington Center, hello, you cleared to the Atlanta Airport via the Clutch 3 departure. Flash transition and as filed, climb maintain flight level, correction, maintain 5,000, spec flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 2413.
And Delta 972 is cleared to Atlanta via the Clutch 3 departure. I missed the transition, but climb and maintain 5,000, expect 320 10 minutes after departure, and squawk 2413.
Delta 972, read back correct. Expect runway 19 for departure. Push and start your discretion. Call for taxi and the watch now altimeter 2988.
Okay. 2988 for the altimeter, and we are cleared to push back and taxi at our discretion. Delta 972.
Just push and start at your discretion. Call for taxi.
972 Wilco, push and start at our discretion. Call for taxi.
United 2108, contact New York approach 128.12. See ya.
128.12, I'm going. United 2108.
American 2735, contact New York approach 128.12. See ya.
All right, we've got our clearance.
28.2 for American 2735.
United Sol 79, we're still in the queue for clearance.
Sorry about that. United 1279 cleared to the Boston Airport via the Jacoby 4 departure Swan transition, then as filed. Maintain 3000, spec flight level 37010 minutes after departure. Departure with me and squawk 6262.
Okay, so we are cleared.
Jacoby 4 departure Swan transition, climb by the SID to 3000, expecting flight level 370, code 6262. United 1279.
United 1279, read back correct, expect runway 30 for departure. Push to start, your discretion, call for taxi, the Dallas altimeter is 2988.
Runway 30, 2988, United 1279.
Southwest
So
1955,
we're
turn
cleared
left
via
headed 180,
the clutch 3. Climb maintain 5,000, 320, 10 minutes after departure, 2413 for our
River Visual runway
swamp.
19 approach, Southwest 1955.
Delta 2847, runway 19er, clear to land, the wind 120 at 9er.
Clear to land
We've got our ident in, and we are departing runway 19 today, 2988 for the altimeter.
American 5447, welcome to Dallas, Texas, to ramp a Yankee, you have a nice one.
To ramp via Yankee, thank you so much.
And boarding is complete.
Southwest 1591, leave my airspace, freak change, advisory approved, you have a nice flight.
We'll see you later, Southwest 1591. Center JetBlue 41, holding short, kilo 2, kilo. Ready to taxi.
JetBlue 481, runway 19er, taxi via Kilo, cross runway 15.
Alright, kilo, cross runway 15, JetBlue 41, thanks.
Sorry, my memory's back. Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15.
Kilo Juliet, runway 15, JetBlue 41, thanks.
And center, for my planning purposes for Delta 2847 is runway 22
Go ahead
for
and pull back
cleared
the jet
for
bridge.
turn off.
Yes.
Roger, thanks.
So hope everybody has had a good week.
Lindbergh 4423, runway 16, taxi via Alpha.
And we had a great vacation.
American 15.
Nice to be back home.
3,000.
Down to 3,000 for American 1537.
American 2068, descend via to Chesley 5, arrival.
Go ahead and start our pre-start checklist.
American 12,
Parking brake
American
is set.
2068,
Throttle
descending via to
is
Chesley 5
at
arrival.
idle. Landing gear flap or landing gear lever is down. Flaps are up. Spoilers retracted. Fuel quantity is checked. Fuel pumps off. Battery master switch on. Go ahead and start our APU.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
APU generators on. Panel lights as required. No smoking. Seatbelt signs are on. Pitot heat. Wing anti-ice. Engine anti-ice off. Hydraulic pumps are on. And beacon lights are on. Pre-start checklist is complete.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
American 1537, maintain 210 knots or less.
Maintain 210 knots or less, American 1537.
Center, good evening, American 1199, level 350, inbound piston.
Locking gear.
American 1199, Watson Center, hello, squawk 3715.
Nose to the left and tail to the right for
Runway
runway
2007, you leave my airspace, you can mount to unit count
19.
22.8. Sorry about that, it's all good.
And center, Delta 2047, we're vacating runway 22 on Juliet.
Brakes, please.
And Parker brakes released.
All engines clear. Start
And
at
Delta 2847, correction, taxi to ramp via Kilo, you have a nice one.
Mode C in the transponder since we're on the
Make a
move.
sharp left and right here. We'll see you.
Yep. Southwest 1955, runway 19er, clear to land, the wind to, correction, the wind 130 at 6.
Runway 19, clear land, Southwest 1955.
And Center JetBlue 41, ready to go at 19.
JetBlue 41, continue holding short, they got traffic on about a 5 mile final.
Alright, we'll continue on short, JetBlue 41.
Delta 875 is 370. Delta 875 Washington Center, hello, squawk 3735. 3735, Delta 875.
Washington Center, good evening, American 596 with you, 17830.
American 596 Washington Center, hello, squawk 3710.
Squawking 3710.
Washington Center, shutting down your airplane. Thank you for service. Have a good one. Southwest 1144.
Have a nice.
And Center Delta 2847, we've got company pushed back here on Kilo, so we're going to hold short of him.
Yep. American 1537, turn right heading 10, correction 100, unable to report the river in sight.
Right to 100, we'll report the river in sight for American 1537.
United 2124, speed 210 knots or less, please.
210 or less, United 20 and
And
24.
parking brakes are set. And we're going to go ahead and start engine number 2, engine number 1, engine startup checklist, parking brake on, thrust levers idle, engine area is clear, start switches are set for ground ignition, fuel pump on, starter switch, starting engine number 2.
Yes, 350.
American 1216 Washington Center, hello, squawk 3577.
3577, American 1216.
Engine start.
And good start on engine number 2, starting engine number 1.
Lindbergh 4423. Runway 16 clear for takeoff. The wind, 100 at 6.
American 1537 has a river in sight.
American 1537, clear river, visual runway 19 approach.
Cleared river visual 19 approach for American 1537.
And we have a good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect. Unlocking gear.
And setting flaps 5.
United 2124, clear direct Fergie, cross Fergie at 3000, and cleared RNAV runway 19 approach.
Direct Fergie at 3000 and clear to the RNF 19 or United 2124.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear.
Yeah, for some reason, engine
Sorry,
number
second,
1
sir.
didn't want to light, but that's all good.
November
All right,
550,
now
Charlie,
we're
Romeo,
good.
IFR cancellation received. Squawk VFR, freak change advisor approved you. JetBlue 41, runway 19 line up and wait.
19 line up and wait, JetBlue 41.
And I
American
suppose I should
1537,
probably
runway
load
19
up
cleared to land, the wind 1306,
flight
traffic
plan.
right to your arrival.
Crew land 19 American 1537.
United 2124, minimum approach speed, please.
We'll go back United 20 and 24.
Delta 1726, contact Charlotte approach on 120.5 CF.
All right.
Delta 1726, contact Charlotte approach 120.5 CF.
120.5, have a good day.
JetBlue 41, runway 1, clear for correction, runway 19 clear for takeoff, the wind 130 at 6, no delay please.
19 clear for takeoff, no delay, JetBlue 41, thanks.
United 1279, Dallas ready for taxi.
United 1279, runway 30, taxi via Zulu Yankee 11.
Zulu Yankee 11, United 1279.
Southwest 1955, off of runway 22, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1955, thank you for the high-speed exit. Taxi to rent via Kilo. You have a nice one.
Kilo and you as well, Southwest 1955.
And Washington Center, Delta 972, ready to taxi.
American 66 to center, maintain flight level 190.
190, American 66.
All right, who's ready for taxi?
Delta 972 at Reagan.
Delta 972, runway 19er, taxi via Kilo, Juliet, cross runway 15.
Kilo Juliet, crossway 15 to runway 19 for Delta 972.
JetBlue 481, radar contact, altitude leaving.
And we're climbing to 1,800.
JetBlue 481, climb maintain flight level 360.
360, JetBlue 481.
United 2124, runway 19er, clear to land, wind 130 at 60, number 2.
Delay 19er, United 2124, number 2.
Elite 75, looking for descent.
Delta 875, descend via the CAPS 3 arrival, expect the river visual, runway 19er, approach to Watson now, 200, 29er, 89er.
Okay, descend via the caps for the river visual, 19er, Delta 875.
Good evening, DC Center, Qatar 710, IFR 5, we're ready to
Oh, what's your location?
we're at Bullet.
Qatar 710, collected Oscar Tango Hotel Airport via Jacoby 4 departure, Swan transition and as followed. Maintain 3000, spec flight level 290, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me squawk 3527.
Qatar 710, Jacoby 4 departure, 3000 feet, squawk 3527.
Star 710, read back correct, expect runway 30 for departure. Push the target, your discretion, call for taxi, the Delta South 29er, 89er.
30, call for taxi, thanks.
American 12.
Yeah, landing lights on as we cross runway 15.
Descend via the Philbo 3 arrival, that's for American 1216.
Descend via the
Good evening, DC Center. This is Star Fox 64, flight level 370.
Star Fox 64, Washington Center, squawk 3761.
3761, Star Fox 64.
Spirit Wings 3457, leave my airspace, freak change advisor, approved, see ya. Spirit Wings 3457, leave my airspace, freak change advisor, approved, see ya. American 2068, contact Charlotte, approach 120.5, see ya.
120.5, American 2060, have a good day.
Creed 29, contact Jacksonville, center 135.9 or 2, see ya.
3592, Green City 29, see ya.
Star Fox 64, do I have clearance for descent?
You will here in a second. Hold on. American 19, correction, American 1199, take Mach number.
Alright, for takeoff checklist, parking brakes set, throttles idle, flight instruments check, engine instruments check, nav checked, got our V speeds, landing lights on,
Contact directly over March 1st.
taxi lights off, strobes on, PTOT heat, de-ice, PTOT heat on, de-ice as required, auto throttle is armed.
2989 for the altimeter, Star Fox 64.
Air Transit 286 DC Center, good afternoon. We're looking for, we're at the same line for the 256.
Air Trans 286, Washington Center, squawk 3706.
Squawk 3706, Transit 286.
It's our American 1199, we can give you 0.81.
If you could do that, please.
Yep, 0.81 now, 1199.
American 1537, clear of runway 19er, holding short Juliet, looking for Delta 37.
American 1537, taxi to rent via Kilo, you have a nice one.
Rent via Kilo, you as well, American 1537.
Delta 526, maintain Mach 0.79er.
We'll maintain Mach 0.79er, Delta 526.
United 1279, runway 30, ready to go.
Set by KLM 080, maintain Mach 0.77.
Repeat please, claim 080 heavy.
KLM 080, maintain Mach 0.77.
Mach 0.77, KLM 080 heavy.
United 1279, runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Flight level 360, about 20 nautical miles from the Kingston Regional Airport, VOR.
No.
Clear for takeoff 30, United 1279.
Everybody's walking all over everybody else.
Center Southwest 3406, level 8000.
Washington Center, Delta 972, ready to go, runway 19.
Delta 972, runway 19, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, Delta 972.
Southwest 3406, center maintain 3000, when able report to river in sight.
3000, let you know, 346.
Washington Center, United 1440, FLASK, Jackson.
Where you at?
Dover.
Out of 1448, Washington Center, hello, you clear from the Dulles Airport to Jacksonville Airport via the Jacoby 4 departure scoot transition as filed. Maintain 3000, spec flight level 32010, inside the departure with me, squawk 5611.
That cleared is filed, Jacoby 4 departure, expect 3000, initial 320, turn this down to squawk 5611 for United 1440.
United 1440, read back correct, expect runway 30 for departure, push start, your discretion, call for taxi. United Dallas Altimeter, 10-9er, 8-9er. American 66, contact New York, approach 128.12, see ya.
Expect runway 30, United 1440.
Yeah, American 66, contact New York, approach 128.12. Southwest 3406, you got the river in sight now?
Yeah, we got the river 3406.
Southwest 3406, clear, river visual, runway 19 approach.
Clear river visual, runway 19 approach, Southwest 3406.
Delta 972, runway 19, clear for takeoff to wind 1306.
Clear for takeoff, we're rolling, Delta 972.
United 2124, welcome to Washington, taxi 2 to rent via Juliet Kilo. And then, are you in between all that? Hold on, let me actually turn the chrono. No, you're on Juliet. Juliet Kilo to the ramp, cross runway 4.
Juliet Kilo to the ramp, cross 4, United 2124, we'll see you, buddy.
Tower 554, Washington.
Go ahead.
80 knots, check.
Could you confirm my runway for Richmond? It's either ILS 02,
V1,
16, or
rotate.
34. Expect the ILS runway 16.
Positive rate of climb, gear up.
Yeah, expect the ILS runway 16.
ILS 16, Tower 554, thanks.
United 1279, maintaining 3000.
United 1279, radar contact, proceed to record Rickens, climb maintain flight level 370.
Direct Wiggins, flight level 370, United 1279.
Washington
Flaps
Center,
coming
good
up.
evening, JetBlue 384 with you, flight level 360.
JetBlue 384, Washington Center, squawk 3767.
3767, JetBlue 384.
And center, Delta 972 with you, passing through 1800 for 5,000.
American 972, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 320.
Up to 320, Delta 972.
All right, who's the other guy checking in?
All right, LNAV, VNAV engaged.
American 178, Washington Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 270.
Washington Center, number 4423, can we get higher, please?
Oh goodness, I forgot all about you. Lindbergh 4423, radar contact, climb maintain flight level 380.
380, Lindbergh 4423.
Delta 5592, contact Jacksonville Center 135.92.
Over Jacksonville Center 13592, Delta 5592, have a great day, sir. Bye-bye.
American 1199 cross hogs at and maintain flight level 190.
Hogs, 190, American 1199.
Delta 526 cross hogs at and maintain flight level 190.
Cross hogs up level 190, if that is correct for Delta 526.
So we had a wonderful vacation in Florida.
At and maintain flight level 190.
I was a little bit under the weather the first day or two of our trip due to some unknown bug that's been going around. And it took an ER trip to figure that out.
Southwest 3406,
but I am feeling 1,000% better than I was.
1306, 19, clear to land.
And we were able to enjoy a wonderful vacation.
Star 564, Washington Center.
Go ahead.
The ATIS is down on both the FAA for Kilo Romeo Indio Charlie and on VATSIM, so I don't know what altimeter is set.
I told you the altimeter is 2989er.
2989er, thank you so much.
Alright, the envoy checking in, what was the call sign again?
So climbing through 6,000 for 320. Our flight should be about an hour and 20 minutes total.
Washington Center, good afternoon or evening. Delta 7689 Heavy with you, requesting IFR to Atlanta.
And envoy, I don't even see you anywhere.
Alright, well, here's a flash. We're about 50 southeast of Elizabeth City. We were off course for weather. We're direct sod at this time.
Okay, there you go. Squawk 3653.
3653, I'm on
Delta 7689, Washington Center, hello. Cleared to Atlanta Airport via Clutch 3 departure. Flash transition, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me and Squawk 0556.
Roger, Clutch 3 flash transition, 5,000 initial, and flight level 30 and 300. And what was the clock code? Or Delta 7689.
Washington Center, good evening, American 501, flight level 350.
Delta 7689, that was squawking 0556.
Roger, 0556. And was that a restriction to flight level 300 instead of 380?
American 501, Washington Center, hello.
Set up our arrival.
Austin, good evening, Willis 34796. Make sure you got that JetBlue 2634, flight level 377.
JetBlue 2604?
2634.
That's Police Streak 4796. Just didn't know if we lost our power a little bit ago. I think I'm going to need a clearance again. We're on the ground at Reagan.
And above 10,000 feet, landing lights off. Climb out checklist, autopilot on, altitude on, speed heading are all on. We are climbing at 280 knots, LNAV, VNAV.
November 33 Tango Yankee.
Are set. Climb out checklist is complete.
29 right now, 310.
Star Fox 64 to set and maintain 2,500.
Set and maintain 8,500, Star Fox 64.
Star Fox 64 to set and maintain 2,500.
Correction, 2,500. That didn't make much sense. Star Fox 64.
Alright, United 1976, you on the freak? Alright, who was the other guy looking for, they needed a clearance or something?
Blue Streak 4796, please, when you get a chance.
Alright, cleared to the Pittsburgh Airport. Speed of Horto 4 departure, buffer, transition, and as followed. Maintain 5,000, expect flight level 20010 minutes after departure. Departure with me, squawk 3764, 3764.
Okay, cleared as filed. 5,000 initial. Brakes with you, or departure frequencies with you, 3764 for the squawk, Blue Streak 4796.
Blue Streak 4796, read back correct. Expect runway 19 for departure. Departure start, your discretion, call for taxi, altimeter 29 or 89er.
29 or 89er, runway 19 for departure, Blue Streak 4796.
Center, Qatar 710, we're ready to taxi on Bravo, facing north.
Qatar 710, runway 30, taxi via Zulu Yankee 11.
Zulu Yankee 11, Qatar 710, thanks.
DOTCOM 1425,
That was
leave my
Zelo,
space change about
not in the database.
Unicon, DOTCOM 1425, have a great night.
Yeah.
Washington Center, Delta 7689, ready for push and start at Reagan.
Let's start your discussion.
Roger, thanks.
AirTrans 826, contact Jacksonville Center 135.9 or 2. For correction, AirTrans 286, contact Jacksonville Center 135.9 or 2.
For the Jacksonville Center, see ya. Transit 286.
November 33 Tango Yankee, radar service terminated, freak change advisory approved, and squawk VFR.
Squawk VFR, frequency approved, 3 Tango.
United 245, you on the freak?
United 245 on frequency.
United 245, climb maintain flight level 290.
Climb to flight level 290, United 245.
American 1216, contact New York approach 128.12. American 1216, contact New York approach 128.12.
128.12.
All right, I guess we'll just
American
go with
1199,
AJ.
contact at New York approach 128.12.
28-1, 1199, good evening.
And that's 2812.
2812, 1199.
And Star Fox 64, 6 miles from Fig B, cross Fig B at about 2,500, cleared ILS runway 16.
Cleared ILS 16, approach Star Fox 64.
DC, good evening, Spurwing 3805, getting fairly ready to copy clearance.
Do not control Philly, Unicom 122.8.
Right,
Now.
And Washington Center, Delta 7689, Heavy, we're ready to taxi runway 19er.
Delta 7689, runway 19, taxi via Juliet, cross runway 15.
All right, now I think we got this figured out.
19er via
Goodness
Juliet,
gracious.
cross runway 15, Delta 7689, Heavy.
Delta 875, the center maintain 3,000.
And above 18,000 feet. Altimeter set to standard 29902.
Delta 875, the center maintain 3,000.
3000, Delta 875, thank you.
Washington and JetBlue 384, just wondering if we can go and away from the cockpit for about 10 minutes.
Report back.
Thank you very much.
I'm 2136 radar contact, 4 miles east of the Norfolk Airport. Hello.
Hello, 2136.
AJ is 2700.
Washington Center, American 501.
American 501.
Just wondering.
You broke up, sir.
All right, cruise checklist. Altimeter set to standard. Autopilot radios are checked. Lights as required. Instruments checked. Fuel quantity checked. Cruise checklist is complete. So the last several flights that I've had, we've had the flight simulator pause out right after takeoff, and I believe that I've pegged the issue down to either Navigraph charts or VATSPI running in the background prior, well, not prior, but running in the background during the start of the flight and through the initial ascent.
Center, Qatar 710, we're ready for departure at 30.
Qatar 710, runway 30, clear for takeoff the wind 1507.
So I basically shut everything off except for
flight level 200,
V-Pilot, which I need for communication, and my air source ACARS system, which I need to log my hours. And it seems we've had no glitches so far for the flight, so I think we may have pegged down the problem.
Did you give me clearance to land? I walked away for a second.
Center, Delta 7689 Heavy, we're ready at runway 19.
Star Fox 64, runway 16, clear to land the wind 1006.
Clear to land runway 4 right. Or, I'm sorry, runway 16. Star Fox 64, thanks.
Delta 7689, runway 19, clear for takeoff, the wind 130 at 6.
So here's our
Roger, clear for takeoff, runway 19.
6 knots, that's good.
VATSPI view of center.
Delta 875, turn right, heading 100, when able to report the river in sight.
Turn 100, rivers in sight, 875.
Delta 875, clear river visual approach, runway 19.
Alright, cleared river visual 19, Delta 875.
So Atlanta Center's offline right now. Maybe they'll come up before we get into their airspace.
Coming out of Terminal D.
And we are level at 320.
Blue Streak 4796. Runway 19, taxi via Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15.
Runway 19 by Kilo Juliet, cross runway 15. Blue Streak 4796.
Washington Center, United 1440, ready for taxi, gate Bravo 37.
United 1440, runway 30, taxi via Zulu Yankee 11.
Order 30 via Zulu Yankee 11, 40, United 1440.
United 12, correction, United 1279, leave my airspace, freak change advice approved, see ya.
No, 1279, thanks, good day.
DC, hello again, Southwest 1955, looking to pick up clearance to Boston.
Southwest 1955, Washington Center cleared to the Boston Airport via the Suki 5 departure, Swan transition, and as filed. Maintain 5,000, spec flight level 32010 inside the departure with me, squawk 3524.
We're clear to the Boston International Airport by the Suki 5 departure, Swan transition, and as filed. Time maintain flight 5,000, expect flight level 32010 minutes after departure. Departure frequency was with you and squawking 3524. 724.
Southwest 1955, read back correct. Expect runway 19 for departure. Push to start, your discretion. Call for taxi and watching out 229er 89er.
Roger, call for taxi. Push to start at our discretion. Southwest 1955.
Delta 875, runway 19, clear to land to wind 1306.
19, clear to land at 875.
So,
2267, checking in, flight level 19 is you're descending.
United 2267, Washington Center. Squawk 3676.
3676.
so shutting off Navigraph and VATSPI seem to have helped to not have the simulator freeze up right after departure. So we'll see if that works on the next several flights, and then we'll consider it finally problem solved.
Radar contact, climb maintain flight level 380.
Climb maintain flight level 380, or Delta 7689.
Qatar 710, see altitude.
Qatar 710 at 3000.
Qatar 710, proceed direct for Riggins, climb maintain flight level 290.
Riggins 290, Qatar 710, thanks.
United 2267, radar contact, descend via the Hyper 8 arrival. Expect the visual approach runway 19, center to Dallas altimeter 29er 89er.
Send via Hyper 6 approach, expect runway 19, center 2267.
JetBlue 41, leave my airspace, freak change, advisory for SEAP.
Alright, we're going to need to come see you next time, JetBlue 41.
Lindbergh 4423, leave my airspace, freak change, advisory approved. You have a nice flight, SEAP.
Over to Unicom, Lindbergh 4423, thanks for controlling.
American 178, descend via the Castro arrival, expect the river visual runway 19 approach. And Washington altimeter 29er 89er.
Sorry to cut you off. We have the other descend via the Cap 3, runway 19er visual, river visual, American 178.
JetBlue 384, you back? KLM 080, contact New York approach 128.12. See ya.
Blue Streak 4796, Raven Parker.
And Blue Streak 4796, continue holding short, just got traffic about a half mile.
Okay, thanks.
Washington, JetBlue 384, back in the cockpit.
JetBlue 384, cross hogs and maintain flight level 190.
Cross hogs and maintain flight level 190, JetBlue 384.
Blue Streak 4796, runway 19, line up and wait.
Line up and wait, runway 19, Blue Streak 4796.
American 596, descend via the Chancellor 5 arrival. American 596, descend via the Chancellor 5 arrival.
Roger, we'll descend by the Chancellor 5 arrival, American 596.
Washington Center, United 2124 on the ground at Reagan, looking to pick up IFR to Jacksonville.
United 2124, stand by, have your IFRs. And Delta 875, welcome to Boston, taxi to ramp via Kilo, you have a nice one.
Your Kilo 875, good night.
Blue Streak 4796, runway 19, clear for takeoff, the wind 1306.
Clear for takeoff. Runway 19, Blue Streak 4796.
United 2124, clear to the Jacksonville Airport via the JW4 departure, risen transition, and that's filed. I maintain 5000, expect flight level 3801, 10 minutes after departure. Squawk 3530.
Alright, we're cleared to the Jacksonville International Airport via the JetBlue for departure, risen transition that is filed, maintain 5000, expect flight level 380 and 10, departure with you, Squawk 3530, United 2124.
United 2124, read back correct, expect runway 19 for departure, push and start, your discretion, call for taxi, the altimeter 29er 89er.
Alright, we'll call you for taxi, United 2124, thanks.
So, we
Envoy 2136.
had a great vacation in Florida.
Maintain flight level 190.
Hogs 190, Envoy 2136.
We got some really good days out on the beach with family. Got a really good tan going.
1440, holding short 30 and ready for departure.
1440, runway 30, clear for takeoff. The wind is 150 at 7.
And we got home
30, clear for takeoff, United 1440.
late yesterday afternoon. It's about a 6-hour drive from the Panama City area back to where we are here in Atlanta.
1599, I don't cover Philly, Unicom 122.8.
112.8 for American, I love tonight.
And we're coming in on the, again, we're coming in on the Aussie 1 RNAV. So we're landing west, so we're going to be crossing Aussie at 12,000 feet and 250 knots. We've got that already programmed in.
Southwest 1955 Kilo, ready for taxi 19er.
Southwest 1955, runway 19er taxi via Juliet, cross runway 15.
Juliet, cross runway 15, Southwest 1955.
Blue Streak 4796, radar contact, south to sea leaving.
Leaving 2.9.
Blue Streak 4796, call maintain flight level 200.
Alright, 200, Blue Streak 4796.
United 245, descend via KATL Air 4, arrival expected pitch approach runway 19er center, and the Dallas altimeter 29er, 89er.
So it looks like Atlanta Tower is online.
Washington Center, United 1440, passing 1300 for 3000.
So we may get Atlanta Center up here pretty soon,
maintain flight level 320.
which will be nice.
Direct Reagan, send up to 320 for United 1440.
United 245, descend via KATL Air 4, arrival. Expect a visual approach runway 19er center, and the Dallas altimeter 29er, 89er. United 245. Delta 972, Max Race, freak change advisory approved, yep.
Over to Unicom, Delta 972, see ya. And over to Unicom. We'll see if Atlanta Center comes up online. Looks like Tower and ATIS are up. So we'll at the very least have Tower going in. And once we get a little closer, we'll be able to pick up the ATIS for the weather. And once again, in the Atlanta area, it has been hot and brutally humid. We're finally going to have some temperatures in the 80s after Tuesday. So the middle part of the week, we'll have some mid to upper 80s and not as much humidity as we've had. The heat and humidity down here just suck all of the energy out of you, and it seems that just all you want to do is just lay down and take a nap until it gets cooler in the afternoon or in the late afternoons. But we had a great time. We had a very nice beach house within walking distance of where we went down to the beach down on the Gulf Coast. My wife's younger brother was able to secure a beach wheelchair for my wife so we could get her on and off the beach with ease. Since most beaches are not wheelchair accessible. And had a lot of fun with our nieces and nephews. Went out and checked went and checked out a lot of the local restaurants. We went out to eat probably, I think, 4 nights out of the 7 days that we were there, and then we Instacarted food. For the rest of the week, and just packed sandwiches and stuff to take down to the beach with us, and made sure we had plenty of ice water. And it gave me a few ideas for next year about getting our own little beach canopy and stuff like that. So looking forward to our next vacation to see what we can do there. But yeah, I had a little bit of a we really don't know what kind of bug it was, if it was a stomach bug or just some bug in general that was going around. I wound up in the ER right before we left on vacation. Was having some crazy symptoms, and of course the ER does all the checks, make sure you're not having a heart attack, making sure you're not having some sort of respiratory issues, and all my blood work came back fine, except for a couple of values that led the doctor to think that I had a little bit of an infection going on, and we tested for COVID and RSV and flu A and B, and those all came back negative. So we're not sure what kind of bug I had, but Saturday during the drive down, it was bothering me a pretty decent bit. And then our first full day of vacation, Sunday, I just really felt out of it. And then Monday was starting to feel a lot better. And then by Tuesday, it was as if nothing had been happening at all, and I was fine. So we were able to go down to the beach 4 or 5 days out of the entire week. But we had a lot of fun, but it is glad to be back home and sleeping in your own bed, which will take me a couple nights to get used to again as well. So again, if you're just joining the live stream, I am Michael. This is the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. This is Delta 972 737-800 service from Reagan National in Washington, D.C. down to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport down in Hotlanta, Georgia. We're at 32,000 feet currently. And Mach 0.78. And I updated our September subscriber goal, as you can see in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. And Wifey has entered the chat. Hello, my love. How are you? So I've gone and updated. September subscriber goal is going to be 300 subscribers by September 30th. And we picked up our 269th subscriber at some point during the pre-flight. I heard the little thing go off in the background and didn't realize that we had picked up a subscriber. So welcome aboard. So again, I seem to have cleared that glitch that was causing the flight simulator to freeze up right after departure. All I did was just shut off all of the unnecessary apps that were running in the background. So Navigraph charts, VATSIM, browser windows closed, and just kept up vPilot for communication, and also put my ACARS down in the system tray. Hello, Gaming Man. How are you, sir? Welcome aboard. So hopefully, just shutting off Navigraph and VATSPY keeps the simulator from freezing up momentarily after I depart. And Gaming Man asks how I am doing. He is doing well, and I am doing quite well, thank you. Other than it being a hot, humid Sunday evening in Atlanta, we're doing quite well. Actually, the temperature dropped down to 83 degrees, so that's even better. We were up in the upper 90s again today with a little bit of a heat index.
You're awesome!
Switch over to our outside view. So, Gaming Man, are you also a flight simulator enthusiast, or just like watching videos or aviation in general? Ah, nice. Gaming Man says he wants to be a pilot when he gets older. Ah, sweet. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, I need to re-download Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and see if I can get it running decent on this particular computer. I have a little bit better of a graphics card than I did the last, so we'll see how that goes. But I had some major problems with it the last time I tried it. It actually spiked out the heat on my graphics card and shut the game down. So I kind of gave up on it. But I have a different system now, so I may tinker around with it at some point in the future. But in the meantime, oh, nice, Xbox. Yeah, I have the PC version, so had to go and download it and endure all of the many gigabytes of updates. So for now, I'm still flying FSX Steam. Or actually, I just started using FSX Steam Edition in the last couple of months. Prior to that, it was the boxed version of FSX. And Steam seems to be a lot more stable than the boxed version. So I'm very happy with the performance and the operation of some of the add-ons that I have. So I have GSX as an add-on for ground equipment, etc., etc. So you need to hit your parents up for a PC. So how old are you, if I can ask? Oh, wow. 11 years old and inspired to be a pilot. That I like to see in our youth. That is amazing. Right now, the airline industry is hitting a point where more pilots are retiring out of the system than are being hired. So a lot of airlines are suffering from pilot shortages. And the FAA has tried to advocate for changing some of the rules to allow pilots to fly longer. Right now, once you okay, your dad got his student but could never get his private license. Oh, okay. So yeah, the FAA has tried to make some rule changes to allow older pilots to remain flying, but a lot of pilots are opposed to that. So there's going to be a real need for pilots in the future, and I'm glad that that's something that you're really thinking about doing. On VATSIM alone, I hear a lot of the younger generation on VATSIM on ATC, and they take their virtual flying very seriously. Ah, nice. Okay. Commercial or cargo? I'm not sure which one I would recommend to you. Commercial flying is a lot of fun, and flying cargo for a good outfit can take you all over the world as a pilot if that's the route that you want to go down. And of course, so can commercial as well. Commercial will take you all around the world too. Yeah, I was really hoping to get Atlanta Center online tonight on VATSIM, but I don't see them anywhere. But we still have Atlanta Tower and Atlanta ATIS. And we've got about, let's see, 50, 60, 70, 90, 1, about 120 nautical miles from top of descent. So Gaming Man says that commercial makes him a little nervous because you're flying people around. Yes, that can be a little nerve-wracking. because as a pilot or co-pilot, you are responsible for yourself and the passengers that you're flying. But with the proper training and attitude, those are things that you can definitely overcome. Yeah, there are a lot of buttons on the flight deck of even cargo aircraft. A lot of cargo aircraft are just variants of what is up there flying commercially. So it's a lot of buttons, but you know, if you go to flight school, you'll learn all that, and learning those things in Flight Simulator as well can be very helpful, especially if you have a good virtual cockpit for whatever aircraft you're flying. The developers try to make them very accurate. Yes, we're about 100 nautical miles from top of descent. We'll go ahead and check the ATIS here, probably in the next 10 minutes or so. We'll check the Atlanta ATIS. $200 setup. Is that stuff to aid you with your flight simming on Xbox? Ah, nice. Definitely two good things to have, a throttle and a yoke. The yoke, very importantly, good to have. So my Flight Simulator rig is a 3-monitor setup. I have a 32-inch monitor in the center. Ah, and you got the rudder pedals. Awesome. So I have a 32-inch monitor in the center, which the Flight Simulator runs on, and then I've got two 24-inch monitors on either side of the 32. One runs my streaming software, and my other monitor, I keep my Navigraph, VATSPY, all my VATSIM related stuff, flight planning, stuff like that. So I've got that, and I have a bunch of SciTech gear. I've got the SciTech yoke, rudder pedals, and throttle quadrant, and also have a autopilot radio panel and a panel for that has the landing gear handle and the lights and fuel pump, etc., etc. And they're set up on a little platform right in front of me. I'm not sure if I have a photo post of it. Go into the community section on the YouTube channel, and I may have a photo of my setup on there. I'm not sure. So we've got a TBM 9. 40 nautical miles ahead of us, and he's no factor. He's 4,000 feet below, but he's flying into PDK. We're going into Atlanta. And it looks like there has been a pattern change. In Atlanta, we are now landing east. So it looks like we're going to be taking 8 left for our arrival. So I need to go in and change everything around. We're getting very close to our top of descent, so I need to change a whole bunch of stuff in here. All right. Cozy at 8. And KIL. Golf Alpha Alpha Sierra Sierra Cloud KLOWD Kung Fu Kilo Uniform November Foxtrot Uniform Trape T R A Okay. Trape. Kung Fu Trape. Sierra November Echo Victor Echo Steve. Okay, then LA. Then Larry. Then JJ. Then Bazaar. And Shell. JJ at 5, Bazaar at 4, and 2,900 for Shell. And we should be all set. For the arrival. Aussie, it's going to be 250 and 14,000 now. So our top of descent extends out just a tiny little bit. Gas at 12,000. Kung Fu at or above 7. $5,000 at Sneeve. Left turn to Larry and then proceed. Reread that again. Aussie. Okay, that should work for us. And it's at our top of descent out of flight level 320 for 14,000. And checking the ATIS, we have India, winds 130 at 4 knots, 10-mile visibility, few clouds at 5,500, scattered at 14,000, broken at 20,000 feet, broken at 25,000 feet. ILS runway 8 and 9 right approaches in use, runway 10 as well. Operate transponder mode C on all ramps, towers, runways. Advise we have India once we get in. And Atlanta Tower is 1910. We'll go ahead and pre-tune them in. And top of descent checklist. ATIS information, airport and weather have been checked. Altimeter is checked, and that is 2979. Radios and nav checked. Fuel quantity checked. Anti-ice as required. Descent speed as required. And the localizer frequency is 109.3. We'll go ahead and drop that in our nav, or drop that into our nav radio. So top of descent checklist is complete at this time. So I'm very surprised that Atlanta Center did not come online today, but
East traffic, .com 1425 is about 6 miles to the northeast of Austin, inbound for the RNAV, runway 21 left, full stop, East Street traffic.
and that's our traffic that was in the TBM 900. That was about 40 nautical miles out ahead of us. He's going into PDK, Peachtree DeKalb Airport. And we're continuing on into Hartsfield. Nashville is our divert airport. Should our weather go south in the next 10-15 minutes and we have to divert, passing through 18,000 feet. So altimeter 2979. And 2979 set up in the altimeter. We'll go ahead and start our approach checklist. Seatbelt sign, no smoking signs are still on. APU generator on. Avionics and radios are set. Our localizer frequency programmed into the radio, 1910 for tower. Speeds will be at our discretion since we do not have ATC guiding us down. Landing lights on below 10,000. Auto spoilers are armed. And we'll apply flaps as needed. Approach checklist is complete. And level at 14,000 feet. We'll stay here for just a couple of minutes and then we'll continue down to 13 and just step descent down.
Peachtree Traffic.com 1425 over Willis. Inbound on the RNAV 21 left full stop. Peachtree Traffic.
And starting down to 12,000. It's funny that FlightSimShows.com as a Pilatus PC-12, but in reality he's flying a TBM 900, which is fine. That's just the visualization that you get from the vPilot setup that you have for visualizing air traffic. And if you are a VATSIM flyer and you want more accurate traffic to visualize, go check out my video on that. It'll give you the download link and instructions on where to put the files. It works with FSX and FSX Steam editions. And while you're there, check out some of my other tutorial videos that I have. It's like Michael Thomas is running the tower tonight in Atlanta.
Issue traffic, DACOM 1425 is a 14-mile final runway, 21 left, full stop. Issue traffic.
And starting down to 12,000 out of 13 and turning downwind. So again, if you're just joining the live stream, or the tail end of it rather, I am Michael. This is the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel. This is Delta 972. Service from Reagan National, Washington, D.C. to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport in Atlanta, Georgia. Flying the 737-800. And we just made the downwind turn.
Issue traffic, DACOM 1425 is over Covey on about a 4-mile final, runway 21 left, full stop. Issue traffic.
And we will contact Atlanta Tower once we get over Shell.
Peachtree traffic, DACOM 1425 short final, runway 21 left, Peachtree.
And out of 12 for 7,000. Everything's looking good. Airport is right there off of our left. And passing through 10,000 feet, landing lights on at this time. Double check our ATIS, and we have information Juliet now. 2980 is the new altimeter. 8 left, 9 right, and runway 10. ILS in use. Winds variable at 4 knots. Which means they'll probably do another pattern switch here pretty soon, so let's get on the ground quick. Visibility 10 miles. Few clouds at 6,000, few at 14.
1425 crossing 21 right on Alpha.
Broken at 20,000 and continued broken at flight level 250. And everything else remains the same. And looks like we got Delta 34 out ahead of us. Coming in from Detroit. Don't know the aircraft type. Airbus A330 according to this. We don't do east ops very much in Atlanta. Atlanta is usually a majority of the time running west ops, meaning that everything is taking off and landing to the west. Starting down to 5,000. Go ahead and turn the LNAV and VNAV off at this time. And we'll go ahead and go flaps 1. we've got the localizer alive. And go flaps 2. And our final approach heading is going to be 95 degrees. Go ahead and start down to 4,000 and left turn. To 183. And we'll go flaps 5. Not a super long flight, just from Washington, D.C. down to Atlanta, so it's a little over an hour. Welcome back, Gaming Man, by the way. Oh, sweet. So do I. Ah, nice. I am just getting ready to land now, so... Where were you flying to? Or were you just out, just having fun?
Delta 7 on a 40-mile final to runway 04 left Atlanta.
And we've got the airport in sight at this time. We're still about 12 nautical miles out. Yeah, I don't do as many long flights as I used to.
We'll make sure you're making your calls.
I used to do long flights. My longest flight was to Bangkok, Thailand from Atlanta.
I'm passing cloud now.
And had to do that in 2 legs.
Line of traffic, Delta 669 heavy left base for runway 8 left. We are abeam of the tower.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and go landing gear down. Flaps 10.
Atlanta, traffic 9, 14, 6, plane arrival 08 left, and 15 south.
Traffic Southwest 1305 making turn for right down on runway 8 left for about 5 miles to the east of the airport, 8,500 feet.
Delta 7 is 7 miles from traffic, passing through 10,000, about to make my left base.
Yeah, I got you, Atlanta Tower.
Alright, Delta 627. Let's see, RNAV grits runway 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 9 left, we'll RNAV to grits, Delta 627.
Atlanta Tower, good evening. Delta 972 over Shell, runway 8 left.
Delta 972, runway 8 left, wind variable at 4, clear to land.
Clear to land, 8 left, Delta 972.
Alright, Delta 34 Heavy, show you at the Fox Gates. Enjoy your evening in Atlanta. Thanks for flying us ETL. We'll see you.
See you.
Landing checklist. Landing gear down. Flaps set. Got our clearance.
Delta 710 Atlanta Tower, making my left turn onto ILS 04. We have information Juliet on board.
Delta 710, roger, continue.
Continuing Delta 710.
Cessna 35 uniform, flight heading 180.
18035 uniform.
And descend and maintain 4,000.
Send and maintain 4,000 and 180 Cessna 7835 uniform.
Delta 627, you leave my airspace. No further ATC available. Frequency change to advisory approved. Have a great flight. Good night.
All right, over you come, Delta 67. Have a great night. Thanks.
Delta 972, welcome to Atlanta. Exit right when able.
Right when able, Delta 972.
Cessna 35 uniform, give me your best forward speed.
Cessna 35 uniform on it.
Delta 972, straight ahead on Charlie, cross runway 8 right, echo to the gates.
Straight ahead on Charlie, cross 8 right, and echo to the gates. Delta 972. After landing checklist, landing lights off, taxi lights on, strobe lights off, flaps coming up, PTOT heat de-ice coming off.
Delta 710, reduce speed 210.
Reduce to 210, Delta 710.
And left on echo.
Delta 7689 heavy, verify squawking 0556. Cessna 35 uniform, make straight in, runway 8
right
left.
Turn.
Straight in 8 left, 7835 uniform.
Delta 710, reduce speed 180 less.
180, we have ILS established, 04 left, Delta 710.
And we'll go over to ramp 6 tonight.
All right, Delta 710, give me your slowest approach speed possible. I'm trying to
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
sneak a Cessna in front of you.
Roger, slowest as possible, Delta 710.
One minor little hiccup there trying to get the autopilot shut off, but other than that,
Cessna 35 uniform, wind variable at 4, runway 8 left, clear to land.
8 left, clear land, Cessna 7835 uniform.
Alright, Delta 972 show you on the up there at 6 North. Enjoy your evening in Atlanta. Thanks for flying the ZTL. We'll see you.
thanks, Michael. Appreciate the services. Take care.
No worries. Delta 710, traffic on the short final should not be a factor. Runway 8 left, wind variable at 4, clear to land.
8 left, clear to land, Delta 710.
And we'll cruise in at Echo 35
Delta
here.
7689 heavy, Atlanta Tower. Southwest 2230, reduce speed, let's say 180.
180, Southwest 2230.
All right, brakes.
Atlanta Tower, good evening, Delta 7689 heavy on final runway 8 left.
Parking brake set.
All right, Delta 7689 Heavy, verify squawking 0556. You're number 2 for runway 8 left, and wind variable at 2.
Shutdown checklist, parking brake set, throttle idle.
Much as applicable.
Engines to cut off, engine 1 and engine 2.
Land number 2, we're behind Delta 710 and reducing to 160
Taxi lights off.
7689.
Nav lights off.
Cessna 35 uniform, exit left when able.
35 uniform, left on Alpha.
Auto throttle off, flight director
Cessna
off.
35 uniform, you can taxi up to signature via Alpha, enter Delta.
Alpha Delta, signature 7835 uniform.
Hydraulic pumps are off. The next live stream will probably be on Friday night. I tried to do a live stream on
with you looking to pick up IFR clearance to
Fridays and Saturdays, and a bonus on Sunday if I happen to be up and around.
No, sir, you did not for Delta 1089.
All right, it'll be on its way. Keep looking.
Southwest 2230 on a 10-mile final, established on the localizer 8 right. 8 left.
Southwest 2230. Reduce speed 160, number 3, runway 8 left. Wind variable at 4, falling behind AMD 11, runway 8 left, clear to land.
8 left, clear to land, and 160 for Southwest 2230.
And JetBridge
Tower
is...
Delta 6804 on the south side, ramp 2, information whiskey, ready for taxi.
And we'll go ahead and get deboarding. So the next live stream should be either on Friday or Saturday.
All right, Delta 6804.
And again, I might have a bonus on bonus live stream on Sunday if I'm available and have the time. And with that, that is going to do it for today's live stream. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Welcome again to Gaming Man, our newest subscriber. Thanks to wonderful wifey for checking in. And that's going to do it. This is Michael with the Sky's the Limit Aviation channel, wishing you a wonderful week. Please support the channel by liking this video / live stream, share it with friends, and absolutely support the channel by subscribing. So you all have a great week coming up. We'll see you at the end of this week with a live stream. I'll probably have a standalone video coming out on my new tutorial series for beginners on FSX. And until then, have a great week. We'll see ya. Bye-bye for now.